Rajesh Saini.
I know. Okay. Countdown.
So, sir, it's 3, 2, 1. We are live to the audience. We can start this program. Over to you, Yashwant, sir.
Thank you very much, Parag. So, good morning, friends, and welcome to Live Pharma Coalition, a global knowledge and learning platform for pharma professionals. As you know, in Live Pharma Coalition, we go live every Sunday, 11 o'clock, and invite subject matter experts across functions to share their views on current challenges and best practices. And today's episode is 145th episode of Live Pharma Coalition. We are going to have a very important topic which each one in the industry is talking about, that is customer centricity. Customer-centric approach. What is customer centricity and how an organization can focus on customer, take all the decision about the customers and bring out the best in the company. So before going to the topics today, I will give an overview of LPC, Live Pharma Coalition. As you know, it is a global knowledge and networking platform for pharma professionals. We invite speakers from manufacturing, sales and marketing, global, HR and L&D, academics, and supply chain. And recently, with all your support, Live Pharma Coalition got Pharma Ratna Universe Award for 2022 for the Healthcare Webinar of the Year. And we are thankful to each one of you for this prestigious honor to recognition to Live Pharma Coalition. This is the executive team, which is continuously supporting us to take this momentum ahead. And these are some of the mentors and advisors who always give us their guidance to take LPC towards the better height. Some of the glimpses of LPC Conclave, LPC 100 Conclave in Mumbai, LPC 125 Conclave in Ahmedabad, LPC Conclave 3.0 in Navi Mumbai. And as you are aware, this is the media coverage of LPC conclaves. And as you are aware, LPC 150 episode, today is 145th, and exactly after 4 episodes, we are going to have LPC 150th episode, which is going to be held in Hyderabad on Sunday, 12th March. And that too, the venue is National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, NIPER. So you all are welcome to witness the grand celebration of 150 glorious episodes of Live Pharma Coalition. Some of the glimpses. This is on keynote speech will be there, interactive panel discussion will be there, poster presentations, networking opportunities with the industry experts, showcasing your startup products and services to the people, and also felicitation. Some of the speakers who have confirmed their presence in LPC 150 Conclave: ABPS Chakravarti sir, Global Ambassador in Packaging, World Packaging Congress; Dr. P.K. Rajput, ex-Vice President, Cadila Pharmaceuticals; Mohammad Shahbaz Khan, MD Shahbaz Pharma; Mr. Ramesh Juneja, Vice President, Reliance Netmed; Mr. Manoj Saxena, Head of India and Southeast Asia, Bayer Limited; Mr. Dilip Singh Rathore, President, JB Pharma; Devashish Sarkar from Aurobindo; Sandeep Dev from Acumentis; Mr. Sushil Kumar Barpur, Senior Vice President, L&D OD Alchem Laboratories; Mr. Kiran Kalwadia, Director of Healthcare Formulations; Mr. O.P. Singh, Acumentis Drug; and Mr. T.P. Gupta, MSN Laboratories, have confirmed their presence in LPC 150 Conclave. So witness the grand success, grand celebration. To register now. And we are thankful to Imagica Health for their continuous support in live streaming our episodes and conclave. And come to today's episode. As I mentioned, redefining customer centricity in novel approach. This is the topic for the day. And for this, we have one of the subject matter expert, Mr. Vishal Sarma, BU Head, Cipla Respiratory, who is going to share his view on the topic. And with us, we have Mr. Rajesh Taini also, who is going to share his opinion about what is redefining customer centricity, why it is important that customer centricity is very much talked about thing in today's world. I request Mr. Rajesh to put on their video. And with me as a co-moderator, we have Mr. ICS Verma. So Rajesh sir, good morning and welcome to Live Pharma Coalition. And Mr. ICS Verma is there, who is a part of core team. First, I will go to Mr. Vishal Sharma to ask what he is going to share. Vishal sir, thank you very much for accepting our invite and being a part of LPC. A brief overview of your topic, Vishal sir.
Thank you very much, Yashan. Pleasure is all mine that you have invited me for the topic. And the topic which you already said, that customer centricity, which is a novel approach. And, you know, every organization today, it's not about pharmaceutical, every organization who is working with customer want to experience this. And why this customer centricity is important in today's era, where competition in every sphere of the small to small things is there. Why it is important, I'm going to talk about this. Because as per Peter Barnes also, that always said that customer is always, is a king. So why it is king? So that's what we are going to discuss today.
Great. Looking forward to learn from you, sir. Thank you very much once again for joining. So Rajesh Saini, sir, I will go to Rajesh Saini, sir. Rajesh, sir, thank you very much once again for joining. Your opinion about the topic, why everyone is talking about customer centricity.
Okay.
Rajesh, sir.
So yeah, thank you for actually I got a call from the Vishal to join this. So I'm not aware about the background of this meeting, but yes, when it comes to customer, because we are into sales and marketing. So for us, customer is always important. Now we have to define for which segment you are working for. Like when it comes to pharma industry, maximum times what happen, it is only the doctors who are our customer, and we can say up to our team, which is an important customer for us. So we have to take care of both of them. Along with that, what the other people are missing now, what is happening in today's scenario, if you see, when maximum business is coming from the legendary portfolio. Okay. So when it comes to legendary portfolio, what I will believe that apart from the doctors, though, no doubt these are the people, those who are giving us a business and in terms of prescription. But along with that, we should not miss like our stockist, our semi-stockist, even our retailers also. They are also as important as for us, like for building a brand and to making the brand available. No doubt the doctors are there to prescribe a brand so that the prescription goes to these three channel partners. So for me, they are very important to build a brand, and to get to increase the market share or by penetrating the market.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. You are very true, sir. We need to take care of customer, and customer will take care of our business. That is why everyone is talking about customer centricity. And with both of us, we have Mr. ICS Verma, a core team member of founder director of LPC and New Direction Consulting. ICS, sir, thank you very much. Your opinion about the topic.
Yeah, thank you, and welcome once again, Vishal and Rajesh, to the forum.
Yes. Morning, sir.
Very, very good morning. So we all know that customer plays, as Vishal was mentioning, customer is a king, and so this is a very, very age-old concept. But when it comes to pharma, specifically when you're talking, so we have different customers, as Rajesh was mentioning. We have stockist, chemist, apart from the doctor, and also the patient. So now the organizations have realized how, from product to customer. So previously it was always on the brand building and having promotions and connecting with the doctors, but that will not serve your purpose if you are sticking to only those strategies. So now the organizations have realized that we need to keep the customer as a center rather than the product as a center. So this is a very novel concept and picking up very well in the pharma industry, and it's going to help the industry as a whole to empower the customer, because ultimately he is the one who is influencing the company's growth and the prosperous. So a nice topic, and definitely, I would like to add some value during the presentation. Thank you very much. And
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ICS sir, for giving your overview. So before we go to the presentation, actual presentation by Mr. Vishal Sharma, I would like to ask Rajesh sir once again, sir, what will be your opinion? What will be your guidance to some of the new companies, new organizations who are just coming, how they can start customer-centric approach? Some of the tips, if you can share, Rajesh sir.
So when it comes to the new organization, and definitely for them, initially meeting the operational cost of the company, that is very important, because once they will not meet the operational cost, definitely their morale will get down. So what I will suggest, like selection of the good people, number one for these people, selection of the portfolio for that particular company. Number two is the which market they are going to work, and the selection of the customer is very important. It is not the number of customer. They can select it. They can work on the few of the customers, and for those who are the like, they may be, because to getting prescription from a top end customer, it is very difficult for these kind of new startup, because already the big giants, they are already having a hold in the market. But I will suggest either they should focus on the middle end or the lower end, so that they can get, because their focus of the big companies are there less there, but so that they can focus on middle end doctors and the lower end doctors. And with this they can generate the business, because they somehow there is they will see the gap there. Okay, and they can fill the gap, and they can easily convince the doctor to get the prescription and the business. This is what my suggestion to the new search.
Thank you very much. Very rightly you said, sir, that it is very important that they should catch hold of the lower end and the middle end doctors. Very, very important point, because there only the low hanging fruits are there. Is it approachable? Easily approachable? With a little bit of extra effort, they can get business. Not only that, one more point you told is legendary brands. Definitely the brand is growing of its own. There is but some of the new brands, new introduction, that requires initial push by these customers. That is where companies can definitely work on. Thank you very much, Rajesh sir. And I request you, Rajesh sir and ICS sir, to stay tuned. After the presentation of Vishal sir, we will have another round of discussion on learning points. So with that, I hand over to Mr. Vishal Sharma for his presentation on customer centricity, redefining customer centricity in novel approach. And Vishal is having 22 years of experience in pharmaceuticals, and that too in one organization, and that is called CIPLA. That is called Organic Growth. Born and brought up in CIPLA. Those who are born and brought up in CIPLA, they are called, my blood is blue, I am CIPLite, my blood is blue. So CIPLA is there in their DNA. That is what they are proud of. So thank you very much once again, Vishal sir, for accepting our invite. Vishal sir has done MBA, and again he is doing second MBA from NRC Munji, and having very good expertise in sales and marketing and driving field force for higher performance. Sir, thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Yashwant, for giving me an opportunity to talk on the subject. And yes, you rightly said my blood is blue, because these things, what we are going to talk today, this we have learned from Mr. Hamid. Actually, we have been in the core committee of respiratory, and day in, day out, he is the only man who talks about customer centricity. So today I'm going to touch about what exactly is customer centricity and what does it mean to be. We have seen majority of organization, they always looks up the brand. They never looks up on the on the needs and the value of the customer. Their major focus is only brand. So customer centricity, is it as a strategy or is it as a service? There are many things when we evaluate from the differential people from every sphere of the thing. They have got their own kind of thing. But when it comes to customer centricity, it is a loyalty program. It's a relationship with the customers, different set of customers. Now, what is going to do with this? So there is one small quote which I would like to quote before starting on the customer centricity. Is this is food for thought. There are ducks and there are eagles. The ducks run around the ground, quacking all the time, stating rules, following orders, doing what they are told, and often pecking at other ducks. You must have observed this in your life also. but eagles soar high above to get the best perspective and decide what is best for the customer. That is a thought from Ken Blanchard, who is leading at a higher level. So, and with this thought, I would like to move forward and I would like to talk more exactly is what is customer centricity. So customer centricity is the art and science both. There are companies who talk it as a strategy. Yes, this is a strategy. This is not the only strategy. It is basically an approach towards, understanding customers' wants, needs, and value. And this is very important. Once an organization is able to understand the needs and the value of the customer, they will be able to deliver better. Now, when it comes to customer, value proposition is one of the important things which we as an organization need to address because the customer's needs are changing with the passage of time. So that is more important thing when it comes to value proposition for the customer. Aiming for customer relationship. It is not about that we are meeting customers, how we are maintaining and we are enhancing the relationship with the customer. That is another thing. How we are building the loyalty and trust, because once trust and loyalty is there with the customer, you're not going to lose your brand. You're going to, continue with your brand growth as well. So that is basically a customer centricity. Now, when it comes to why this is important, what is the importance of customer centricity? So I do have one data, which I took at from 2006 research, which was published by Gupta and Zetmal, which clearly shows that with every 1% increase in customer satisfaction, your ROI increases by 2.37%. Vice versa, while a 1% decrease in the customer satisfaction, your results in the loss of 5.08% of ROI. And that is what we need to understand why customer centricity is important, why relationship is important. And there are certain other parameters. It is important to retain customers rather than only meeting customers. Customers means in the important customer. It helps reduce customer acquisition cost, because when you are maintaining the relationship, it is always better that you're not going to have more expenditure on the acquisition of more amount of customers. It helps in increasing the customer's lifetime value. The moment you are going to have a better relationship with the customers, you are going to have a lifetime value for those customers. And certainly, because we are in the business industry, certainly it is going to help in business in the long term also. This is basically the importance. I'm going to showcase you one data which talks, this is, I took it from McKinsey analysis and the source is MCI. This is just to show why it's competition in pharmaceutical industry. Today, when you see in 2005, the number of doctors was 670,000 and the estimated number of representative was only 60,000 to 70,000 pan India. Now, the ratio that time was ratio of representative versus doctor was only 0.10. 2009, which has increased to 0.13. Now, when we are standing in 2020, it has increased to 0.37. You can easily see that the ratio of representatives to the physicians is going up dramatically. And it is very important because we have seen 1 second call, we have seen 30-second call, we have seen 5 minutes call, we have seen 1 hour call also. How you as an organization, how you as an individual are going to differentiate in this competition of pharmaceutical industry. And the race will be won by those who are actually maintaining the customer relationship in this. Now, this is basically when we're talking about lifetime value, it's and focusing on the right customer to yield better outcome. Would like to showcase another data which clearly says that marketing leaders who don't know how much their customers are worth, 66% of the marketing leaders, they don't know actually how much their customers are worth for them. But when you see the 17%, there's a potential increase in the sales when you are identifying the right customer and maximizing top value customers. So this is basically differential data which everybody has to understand. It's not about only product, it's about relationship maintenance with your customer. Now, just to showcase you a few things that what exactly is customer centricity is and what is not customer centricity. Now, using customer data to better understand and segment your customers, that is called what we call as customer centricity. Identifying the best customer who is going to understand you, who is going to understand our thing, and who is going to deliver the numbers also along with you. Focusing on products and services for the best customers. That is one thing is called customer centricity. Using customer lifetime value to segment your customers, because these days we are working also on segmentation, segment leadership, which actually talks about the customer lifetime value. What is not customer centricity is focusing on the average customer. It's not about that you're taking up the number of calls only and you're just going and coming out of the clinic and saying that, yes, I am having a relation with the customer. That is not customer centricity. Quoting on or retaining low potential customer. People used to say that this doctor is I'm having good relationship, but practically doesn't have the potential. And customer centricity is not understanding on acquiring high potential customers. That is not about the understanding. It's about relationship with the customers. Now, if you really want to understand what exactly is the habits of customer centric organization, what they do extra so that they are being called as a customer centric organization. Organization who continuously listen to the customers. They used to take a feedback from consistently taking the feedback from the customers, whether they are going into right direction or not. It should not be transactional. It could be a relationship based feedbacks also. Who are acting proactively to anticipate needs. Companies who are actually working proactively towards the needs of the customer, those are called customer centric organization. When it comes to building customer empathy into process and policies, that we call as customer-centric organization. The companies who respect customer privacy, that is called what we call as a customer-centric organization. Organization who are sharing knowledge internally with customers, that is what is focusing on the customer. They are also motivating employees to stay engaged with the customer. Those are customer-centric organizations. Organizations who are acting systematically to improve customer experience on the basis of their feedbacks, that is what we call as customer-centric organization. Organizations who are creating the accountability for customer experience improvements, that is what we call as customer-centric organization. Because if you're not going to have accountability of the experience or the changes or the improvements on the needs, we are not going to be a customer-centric organization. And moreover, adapting the customer demands and circumstances in the real time. That is basically are the best habits for the customer-centric organization. Now, this is another data which basically shows where is the delivery gap. Don't approach this customer centricity as a concept, but embrace it as a mission. Because in the initiation of my talk, I said that it is not a mere strategy. It is basically to understand the needs and wants of a customer. So it is basically a data of about 80% of the companies that they believe they provide a superior proposition to the customer, which is not the case actually. Because majority of companies feel that we are into a customer-centric organization, we are doing whatever customer needs, we are coming with the brands, we are coming with the approach. But 80% of the companies, they believe that they are doing, but actually only 8% are there. 8% of the companies who are able to deliver what exactly is being needed with the days. So you can see the gap. The delivery gap is huge in today's era when it comes to pharmaceutical industry, because I have already showcased you that the ratio of the organization versus in last 20 years has increased tremendously, but the services is not gone as per the need of the customers. Now, when it comes to what exactly is the need gap, when it comes to organization centric culture and when it comes to customer centric culture. Now, what product can we sell to our customer? That is basically an organization centric culture. But actually, what does our customer need to get now? That is what we call as customer centric culture. And if you're going to actually take a feedback and when going to take a surveys with the customer, they will let you know exactly what is there. When it comes to organizational centric culture, what services can we sell to our customer? It's not about selling of the services, how we can actually help to the customer in building their practice. That is what we call as customer centric culture. When it comes to what relationship do we need to establish with our customer, it's not about what relationship do our customer expect us to establish. That is basically a customer centric culture. And how we can generate the revenue from our customer, that is it's a business approach. And what value do our customer need to before they are willing to connect. So that is basically a difference between organizations who are centric towards business and the organization who are basically centric towards customer relationship. This is basically a gap. Now, talking about customer segment and what should be the proposed decision by the category, I've tried to do a segmentation and prioritization of what exactly is happening in this pharmaceutical industry. Now, when we're talking about a customer segment who has got high potential and high business, what a company should do. A company should hold and strengthen engagement to consolidate the relationship with these set of customers. There are customers in the market who has got high potential in the medium business. What a company should do, build on the existing support. That should be the role of the organization. If the customer has got high potential and low business, they should prioritize brand targeting and start with 1 to 2 brands to gain entry. And where we do the mistakes, we go with the, all together with the Pandora of the products and start focusing on the brand. Now, there is a category which talks about medium potential and high business. Check scope of new product and increase the support from that set of customer. There are customers who has got medium potential and medium business. What we need to do over there? We should strengthen brands to start getting support. The visibility of the brands needs to be strengthened over there. There are a set of doctors who has got medium potential and low business. Target 1 or 2 brands only to start getting support. There are a set of customers who are low potential and high business. Whole support, their support is in line with our expectation only. It should not be that if he has got low potential, he is giving his maximum over there. There are doctors, low potential and a medium business, continue and try to change them, rebuild their practice. There are doctors who are low potential and low business. I would suggest is that you should delete and replace with the other set of doctors which can be added and which can continue with the business, and you can maintain a good relationship with that set of customers. Now, this is a concept which is there in these days in the market, how to increase the customer base. Majority of companies, they focus on the product centricity, less of customer centricity. This is a simple graph which actually cross each other. These are not same thing. These are both different things. When we focus on product, we always focus on market share. But when we focus on customer centricity, we always focus on the share of customer. So we should rather focusing on market share, we should focus on the customer base, how we can increase the share of customer, how we can increase the share number of doctors who are satisfied with us, and how the moment customers are satisfied, automatically your product is going to be there in the market and you're going to get a good amount of market share. So just to brief exactly what is the summary, I have talked about what is customer centricity and why it is important, and identify the need gap, where is the gap in the approach in today's thing, what we need to prioritize in set of the segmentation of the customers, and how we can increase the customer base, focusing on the relationship with the customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Wonderful. Sir, can you please close the sharing? You have actually given a comprehensive overview of customer centricity. We are thinking that you will share some learning, but it is really a definitely excellent presentation, which is touching upon all the aspect of customer centricity. So we thoroughly enjoyed the session, sir. There is a challenge now. As a custom in our LPC, whenever any speaker talks about a topic, moderator need to summarize that. It is a challenge for me to summarize the point. Okay, but I will try my best. The key points only, because it is very difficult to grasp so many things. The way you have taken us through all the ways of customer centricity is excellent, really very good. Fortunately, we have the recorded version already uploaded in YouTube, so it will be a very good repository for our LPC viewers, so that they can pause in between and note down the learning points. Okay, so thank you very much again. I'll just briefly tell what you have done. You have started with a very good point that customer centricity is the art and science. Right? And Gupta and Zanital's study you have shared, which says 1% increase in customer satisfaction will increase 2.3% productivity. On the other hand, 1% decrease in customer satisfaction may decline your revenue and business by 5.08%. A wonderful study. Why it is important to be customer centric. And not only that, the importance is to retain the customer and increase the lifetime value of customer. And not only that, sir, you also shared a study which says 66% of the study leaders, they think, but they don't know customer values. They are unaware about the customer values. What we should do to build the customer centricity? Using data for better understanding is customer centricity. Identifying best customer. Not only that, listening, taking feedback from the customer is very important. Proactively understanding customer needs before customer reveals his need. Customer centric organization will find out what is the need of the customer, so that before doctor reveals, we are aware of the need and we satisfy that. That is called customer sensitivity or customer centric organization. Not only that, motivating employees to continuously engage the customer, respect privacy of the customer. So even if we know the confidential things, as a customer centric organization, we should not reveal, publicize that. We should respect his privacy. We should not go to that personal zone where we would not like to enter. Not only that, adopting customer demands and also creating accountability is very, very important for a customer-centric organization. Not only that, the delivery gap is very, very important. Need gap analysis and organization-centric. You have given a comparative study regarding organization-centric and customer centricity. What is the difference between organization centricity and customer centricity? Organization centricity talks about what product we can sell to the customer, but the customer centricity talks about what is the need of the customer. Organization centricity talks about what service we can offer to the customer, while customer centricity talks what is the need, what service customer expects from us. That is what is the difference between organization centric approach and customer centric approach. Right? Then you told about segmentation, how to segment customer into high potential, high growth, high potential, medium growth, return, high potential, low return, medium potential, high return, medium return, and low return, and low potential, high return, medium return. And what should be our approach? This is a wonderful way you have explained, sir. Actually, 3-4 topics we have clubbed together to make a big topic, and you have given a crisp to the point. This we can have one more session of sir where he can elaborate more about this customer potential and the return. Is another topic, actually, a very important topic. We will definitely have Sir Vishal sir again in session. Not only that, so summarizing what you talked about, what is customer centricity, identifying need gap, what is the prioritization, and focusing on relationship. Sir, thank you very much once again. It is a wonderful session. I want to take opinion from Rajesh sir and ICS. Rajesh sir, what is your opinion? What point do you like most? Please unmute Rajesh sir.
Yeah, I am able to recall one line of Vishal. Though already you have covered almost all the pointers and all are relevant, and I think it is in today's scenario, it is very important. But what I have personally experienced the 22 years in the pharma industry, that one line what he written is customer converted into relationship. This is what I believe. When I was as a medical rep, I worked on developing relations with the doctor. It is because of the customer centric approach I am able to develop the relation with a good customer, and because of that, the territory which was degrowing and which was a negative territory, it has now in the span of 2 or 3 years it has gone to 6 lakhs. And I think this is the because of the customer centric approach, and that too because it's customer centric as it converted into relationship. So this is what this line is very important. I think that we should work on that, and we should guide our team to work on building the relation with the customer.
Wonderful point, sir. Wonderful point you share. I see, sir, your opinion.
Yeah, first of all, my wishes, I would appreciate Vishal for very, very wonderful presentation. Very, very simple, but has given a very deep insights. Why customer has to be retained, and what is the loss and what is the gain of customer retention. So if I recall my experience, so when you customer actually, we all know that customer plays a major role in building your brand, in building your career. So we already experienced, and if you see any person who is been at the top is because he has a very good customer connect. So basically, who helped them to grow faster and bigger in the organization. So there is an example, like, how to actually improve the customer centricity is by empowering the frontline, because these are the ones who are in the field. They are the face of the organization. So if these people are empowered, then they can actually make a very good relationships, and they can convey the best strategy to the customer. So this is my experience is, like when your frontline team is very empowered and they have very good motivated towards building a good relationship with the customers, then the brands are going to be built. That's how the brands like, Foracat, now I think it's India's top 2 brand, has been built through customer relationships and needs. So in the respiratory, we always used to see that, rather than asking customer what he wants, we used to identify what exactly the requirement in the market and what is the exactly requirement in the customer. So there is one line from Steve Jobs, which says, and if you wait for customer to know what he wants, you have to wait for a lifetime. You have to do a research and find out what exactly he needs, and then come up with some of the beautiful products. And similarly, so that will be possible only through the empowering the frontline, whether your territory manager or the business manager. Then these are the 2 most crucial guys in the organization, and all the support, whether it's a marketing, whether it's a sales, a DSH ka support hai, ya BU head ka, or even a marketing manager ka, everything should be turned towards the empowering these 2 guys, and they are going to make wonderful relationship with the customers, and it's going to last longer. So this is my experience, Yashwant.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. It is a really wonderful sharing insights. Before going ahead, a quick recognition of all the live viewers who have been sharing their thoughts in Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Mr. Ramaswamy Pillai has a president. Mr. Ramaswamy Pillai Vasam. Arumuga Maharashtra, thank you very much. Kanaya Yadav, good morning, sir. It is a wonderful session. Thank you very much, Kanaya, for attending. Sudeep Bhaumik, thank you very much, Sudeep. It was a wonderful session, thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you very much, Sudeep. And many more people have appreciated this customer centricity. And one question comes to Vishal, sir. Sir, any organization which want to build customer centricity without much invest, because new organizations are unable to invest so much in customer. What are the tips you would like to give without cost-effective way of building customer relationship? If you can share some thoughts.
Sure. So when you said a new company who's entering into the in the pharmaceutical industry, it is very difficult for them to understand exactly, because again they will come with a product. So rather than they're going with the product, because product are there, the combinations are available in the market. First of all, they should go and try to understand what is the behavior of the market, of the profiling of the customers. Rather than directly going to the doctor with the brand, they should understand exactly what kind of behavior doctor is having. Because you see, when it comes to top end customers, when I talk about high potential and high business, these are the doctors who rarely give times. You need to play certain gimmicks, and that should not involve cost. Rather than presenting product in front of, they should present company exactly what exactly they are dealing into it. Because normally I have seen personally, because when I'll give you certain examples also. When I joined organization Cipla, I was entering into a doctor's chamber, and doctors knows the brand. They used to say, I know the brand, it's okay. And there you are actually closing the call. Rather than when the moment you're opening a brand, doctor gets switched off. How you can be a little different from others when you're entering into a chamber. The way you are entering, it is very much important, and what you are presenting about your organization and the credentials and differentials of your organization, then doctor will take interest. In first 2-3 calls, you do these kind of things and then go to product. So try to build relationship and try to have to understand exactly what time doctor can give more time to you, rather than giving a herd call or cohort call when everyone is there and you are presenting yourself. It is not going to work. So the newer companies should think little differently and try to take some feedbacks and surveys, what exactly doctor is looking forward for, not about their organization, but about as a general. They should take survey, what exactly they are looking, these customers are looking forward for. Is it a product? Is it something else? Again, I'm talking about needs, wants, and the service. And rather, it should not be transactional. It should be relationship based.
Relationship based. Very, very true. You told that. One thing I would like to share here, being a part of CIPLA, I used to have a very important thing which I share with other training programs also. Partnership in practice is a concept in CIPLA. I learned only in CIPLA, where CIPLA will not think of what business I can get from the doctor. Partnership in practice says how we can partner with the doctor in his practice so that we help him, support him in his practice. Other companies think that how should we bring best from the doctor? What is the doctor potential? How much from the potential we can get? That is the approach. But CIPLA thinks how we can partner with the doctor, support him in counseling patient, support him in getting more patient, support him in updating his knowledge. That is called a very good customer-centric approach. In fact, CIPLA Med was the first virtual or portal for upgradation of knowledge. Now there are many. But when CIPLA Med was started, the virtual platform for doctor to interact and upgrade their knowledge, it was the first concept. That is how CIPLA proves to be customer centric and way ahead than other organizations in building customer centricity. Right? So wonderful, sir. Rajesh sir, your opinion about how we can build customer centricity? Any incidences in your current organization, if you can share?
I'm also working with CIPLA only. So
Yes, sir.
last 20 is my first company and just completed 22 years with CIPLA. So rightly said by you, like when it comes to CIPLA, we work on how we can improve the practice of a doctor. So ultimately the business is a byproduct of that. So when it comes to it's not only doctor, even for the nursing homes also we have a different task force where we are not only guiding the doctors but also for the pharmacist, also even for the ICU in charge also. Like it's a different segment. We have different programs and we are improving their capabilities and so that they can do well in their field. And definitely this is going to attract the new customer and it's ultimately the patient satisfaction. So we are supplies into that, rightly said by you, partner in practice.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, there's a question from one of my friend, Rajan Sharma. He is the training head in GSK. And he says, is customer segmentation mistaken as customer centricity? According to his opinion, customer segmentation is a different approach. Customer centricity is a different approach. Are we not missing the patient who are our end user and most important customer? So definitely you can share your views on that. According to my view, Rajan, definitely patients are the ultimate customer, right? They are going to consume the medicines. But as you know, in pharmaceutical, companies are not directly approaching to the patient. It is the doctor who decides about the brand, about the right molecule. That is why the first customer definitely is decision maker. Decision maker is the doctor. In our house also, if we are buying, family is buying a bicycle, the child will be the consumer, but the decision maker will be the parents. So we can say parents are the customer and the consumer is the child. Similarly, patient is the consumer, but the decision maker is called in marketing language, decision maker is called customer. So here, that is why we are saying the doctor is our customer. Definitely leaders and managers, people, their employees are the first customer. So Vishal sir, your opinion about that? Segmentation should be different.
100%. All the three things are different actually. Customer centricity is a base. I told you it's not a concept, it's not a strategy, it's something else. Customer segmentation, where you segmenting your customer as per the potentials or as per the specialty, that is a separate thing. And patient centricity is an altogether different ball game. It is basically marketing. Of late, if you see last 10 years, if you see, this patient centricity has come in picture. Otherwise, there was a time when doctor used to write medicine and patient were taking medicine. Today, the way Berok Zindagi is a classical example, actually. I remember when we started this patient centricity in 2003 or 4 with Breathe Free, with a concept called asthma educator. Of late, you see diabetic educator into the market. They are because we are patient centric. That's why it is evolving. Have you ever heard a patient centricity for epilepsy? Now these days, there's an open talk on the subject. There is an open talk on HIV. There is open talk on, so there are therapies which are evolving because of which patient centricity is evolving. It's altogether different ballgame. All three things are actually different. There are organizations who are, because see, when you are going to understand the patient funnel or patient journey, it is basically the via which you can actually devise and design your strategies on customers actually. So patient journey, patient centricity, patient market, there's customer segmentation and customer centricity. All three things are different.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for clarifying, sir. Clarifying. That is what is there. That is I told you have covered each and every portfolio of customer center. That's a wonderful approach. Definitely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see, sir. You want to share something?
Yes, would like to add one thing to Vishal's explanation. Yeah, so definitely in pharma, we always know that customer is the major influencer and patient, even though the consumer, we cannot connect directly to the patient. But of lately, maybe from the COVID, most of the organizations have realized how patients are also controlling the prescription habits of the doctors. Now they know that what is generics and what is a branded generic. And they are demanding, mujhe yahi chahiye. Even doctor writes a different brand, but they say that no, mujhe ye Cipla ka ye dawa chahiye. So they are also now empowered because they have a lot of information which is available. And once you go and put it on 1 mg, that will give you all 10 brands with the rates. So they decide, okay, which, even if it is a levetiracetam, they will not ask for only the brand which is prescribed by the doctor. They know that okay, Sun Pharma ka ye rate hai, Cipla ka ye, so Cipla ka ye better rate hai, so I will go for Cipla. And sometimes if they find that Intas ka better rate mein aa raha hai, so they will go for Intas. So now the patients are having the they are also into the decision making process now, and the organizations have already realized this. And if you talk about the products like the nutraceuticals, you cannot drive without patients keeping them into the center, because ultimately they can actually decide. And maybe the organizations are now going to even start the social media or digital marketing to promote these products, which was not there in the previous days. So when you talk about the customer centricity, everybody comes. Like patient is also a customer, doctor is a customer, our chemist is a customer, and even a distributor is a customer. And especially the employee is always a customer. So you need to take everything into the consideration and then make a strategy. Then only the organizations are going to flourish in the future.
Yeah, Yashwant, can I add one line? Please permit me.
Yes,
actually, adding to sir, ICS Verma sir. See, sir, actually, if you please correct me if I'm wrong. See, what is happening now? Though the like companies, they are not directly connect with the consumer and consumer. Ultimately, they are rightly we said that we are taking the feedback from the doctor, because doctor is directly connect with the end consumer. So, and what company is doing, identifying the need of the doctor. What does it mean? It is a need of the doctor. Not it's need of not only the need of the doctor. It's a need of the customer. So we are working on that. Doctor is satisfied that, and that is, I think, we should take maximum feedback from the doctors, and because ultimately this feedback is of the consumer only, and the company who is taking the maximum feedback from the doctor is going to able to deliver a right strategy, so that they can not only hit the need, fulfill the demand of the consumer, even for the doctor also.
Very true, sir. Very true. That is why we need to focus on each aspect of customer centricity. And as rightly ICS Verma sir also mentioned, now we are talking, people are talking about patient centricity. most of the marketing people are devising their marketing strategy on patient centricity. How my campaign will be creating awareness among the patients, right? That is how organizations are now moving from customer centricity of doctor centricity to patient centricity. And for e-pharmacy people, as rightly IC sir said, for them, patient is the customer. So their customer centricity is how to create value for the patients. That is how things are happening. It is a wonderful discussion. I would like to show a small clip on customer centricity before going to everyone for the closing remarks. A quick, just 1 minute, sir. I need to.
You know, when I think about customer centricity, I try and use an analogy. And the analogy that I'd love to use is coffee and a coffee shop. And you realize that in that coffee shop itself are a number of employees who are there trying to help you with their customer service. But customer centricity is a little bit different from the standpoint as customer centricity happens way away from that brick and mortar. And customer centric thinking really focuses on what are all the processes and the procedures, what are the decisions that are made every single day as an employee that's going to have an impact on that customer. It's a filter that everybody behind the brick and mortar need to have in order for those processes and the procedures to be focused very specifically on the customer. Our economy is a consumer-led economy. Things are happening faster than they ever have before. Social media is creating a frenzy of feedback, instant feedback. So when you think about why customer centricity is so important, you have the opportunity to be able to define for yourself what the consumer and what the customer is going to experience. I think it really begins with intentionality. It has to be something that people are waking up every day thinking about the customer, worrying about the customer, and realizing that all the decisions they're going to make during that day are going to be focused on that customer experience that's happening. And so when you think about customer centricity and how it happens, there are really three things that every employee needs to be doing. You need to be able to see the opportunities. What are those things that are happening, whether it's in your function, in your role, or in the entire organization? The second thing that you would need to do is now you need to take ownership. They have to be accountable for them. They have to see that it is their responsibility to get those opportunities accomplished. Then the third piece is you can do something about it. Whether it's you physically doing it or whether you leading a group that will do it, you need to be able to take those actions. You need to be able to do something specific around the opportunities because you know you own them so that the customer experience can be intentional.
Okay, so that was on customer centricity, majorly focusing on how a customer how we can take all our decision, keeping customer in mind. In fact, there is an organization called Amazon, and they are known as best organization for customer centricity across industry. And what they do is, whenever their meetings are going on, some brainstorming meeting, review meeting, monthly meeting, annual meeting, always there is a chair for the customer. So Joe say, whatever discussion we will have, the customer should be in mind continuously. Whether this discussion, whether this decision is going to help the customer. That is how they share their view on customer centricity. Every meeting, there is an empty chair for customer, and they consider customer is sitting in the chair. And so whatever the discussion going on, decision taking on based on. That is how organization express their way of customer centricity. So once again, thank you very much, each and everyone. It was a wonderful session, thoroughly enjoyed. On customer centricity, definitely we will have both of you, Rajesh sir and Vishal sir, again in LPC with some other topic. So thank you very much. A closing remark from each one of you. How do you feel about the platform and your closing remarks to our viewers? Vishal sir.
Congratulations, first of all, Yashwant. So I think for the first time I'm in this LPC, and wonderful platform. That's what I was telling you, that now there is something for pharmaceutical employees that they can present some and they can listen and they can meet each other and greet each other. And wonderful initiative. And thanks, Isis Verma, for the invite, and I thoroughly enjoyed. Initially, I was certainly having hiccups that what kind of presentation it is there, but when I'm doing it, I really enjoying it. And thank you, Rajesh. On a very short notice, you have joined. It's pleasure is all mine that you have at least heard me and came on in this session. And certainly, I would like to be a part of this LPC in future also with differential topics and other practical topics. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Rajesh, sir, your closing remarks.
Yeah. So in fact, very wonderful session. Thoroughly enjoyed with a lot of insights. So my take home from this session is one thing, everything revolves around customer. So if he is happy, the organization is going to be happy and the brands are going to be bigger. So it's all about customer centricity and customer empowerment. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Rajesh, sir, if you are live, still,
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm there. I'm here.
Closing remarks, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Vishal, for giving me opportunity. And thank you, ISS Verma, sir, meeting you after a long time. So what best I can say about this is that it's a platform where we can share and learn from each other, and definitely it is going up not only it's going to build up our capabilities and our learning also, and that we are going to implement in our day-to-day practice. So looking at the audience of this platform, I think all are at a middle or a higher level management. So whatever the topic you are choosing, it's really good, and it is definitely going to help us in taking decision in our day-to-day practice. And once again, thank you, Isis Verma, sir, meeting you after a long time. Very nice to see you. And Vishal, thank you for giving me a opportunity to invite on this. It's my pleasure. So
whenever I used to go to Rajasthan, or if I'm going to Rajasthan, I never miss calling Rajesh. I tell Rajesh, I'm there for 2 days. He always used to look after whichever.
Correct. I was a regional manager with Protect at Jaipur, sir. I remember, sir.
Yeah.
So, thank you, sir. Thank you for remembering me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, each one. Some more people have appreciated. I need to recognize their name. Mr. Shailesh Kadam. Thank you very much. Wonderful presentation. Thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you very much, Shailesh. Mr. Akhilesh Srivastava. So a very thoughtful discussion by our leaders and great insight in terms of our roles and responsibility and how we can build customer centricity. Thank you very much, Akhilesh Srivastava, for sharing your views. Sandeep Bidwai, thank you very much. Sandeep is joining from Germany. He is a core viewer of LPC. Thank you very much, Sandeep, for sharing your insight and watching us live. Thank you very much, each and everyone, for your opinion, for joining live and sharing your views. Just take closing remarks. 22nd March, 12th March, Sunday is our 150th episode. 150 glorious episodes of learning and sharing. We request each one of you to join us at Naipur, Hyderabad, to make it a great success. It is a all day conclave, and that is going to be a grand success. So we request you to join and register for this. Thank you very much, everyone, and take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Prag, we can close now. Yes, Prayag, we can close now.
You need to call Imagika.
I'll.
Yeah, we can leave, Vishal.
Okay, done. Thanks.
Close kar do.
Yes.
Done, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. So from here now, I'm ending this meeting. Have a great
Thank
evening
you.
ahead.
Thank you.